Okay, so what do we want to watch today? Ages, stocks, risk. I think that's everything. Okay, we ready. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Watching the spy do his thing. Don't see any. Good morning, Donnell. Don't see any real real volume on anything on my scanners. Maybe something under $2 that may be moving, but that's out of my scope. The biggest thing I see up right now is CNVY. Jumped up from $4.32 last week to $10.31. It's going private, taken private by TPG. So that's about the biggest news that I see right now, or the biggest mover. But I don't think that's going to be moving much after the open. May come down a bit. Let's see what we got here. Press release, taken private. Solutions to be taken private by TPG Capital. Yeah, that's not the kind of news that is going to create excitement. ACAD down 30%. So we're seeing some big drops out here as well. 19 closed around the 19, dropped all the way down to the 13. Baba, Amazon, Apple, NIO. Yeah, we just have to wait. CDU is receiving some volume though. Let's go look at that. How do you look out here? See you still on that uptrend from last week, but definitely lower volume. Up 9% on the day. Let me see if any more news came out on CDU. Nope, no news. It's just continuing to grind up. We can look on the daily chart here. It closed around the 616 and is opening around the 672 up here. So still may have some potential. Larger float BKSY. Yeah, buddy. BKSY. Let me pull that up on these other ones. BKSY. Okay, so closed last week at 203, opening up here at the 270s, right here at the top of this. What did Rev end up doing from last week? Let me see what Rev did too. Rev. See, the thing is with those larger floats, you have to really be careful because yes, they can move a little bit, but look at this range. All that volume that came in yesterday moved from the 1 to the 3. That's a $2 move. Then back down here, then 1, 2, 3, and then broke out. But it only went from 319 here, 316 up to the 4. So it's doing dollar moves because that high float. If it was a lower float, it will blow through the 5. It will blow all the way through to probably to 10 if it's a low float. So I'm looking for that potential of the low floats because it has so much more explosiveness through those through the breaks of those resistance levels. Those high floats, I mean, they work out sometimes, but I just don't like the chop. BKSY. Up 33%. Did BKSY receive some more news today? BKSY. Black Sky shares down. So they're switching a CFO and they're awarded a 5-year joint artificial intelligence. Good morning, Debbie TTT. You're speaking in numbers. I don't know those numbers. You got to speak in binary for me to understand. Give me some zeros and ones. Let's see. Black Sky wins 5-year joint artificial intelligence contract center contract for AI data readiness. I wonder how much money are they getting from this though. 241 million over 5 years. So I guess if you're playing this for the long game, I guess you could do that because it's probably gonna be a grinder for a while. It's gonna have to come down and give you some cheaper prices though. May come down back towards this 2. Where was the previous consolidation? It had this downtrend it was on and ended up breaking out of the downtrend. So let's go ahead and draw this trend. Nice little downtrend there. Just came up, tapped the downtrend, failed, and then finally got a break. So at this point, the downtrend is back to this consolidation. We'll see how it does, but at this point, it's at a high with a higher float. What's up, Daniel B? It's been a while. Been a while. I've been trying to get back to it. Of course, I've like I was telling them last stream, I just have been working around this new schedule, so haven't been taking as many trades, but the trades that I have been taking have been pretty nice on some of these little penny stocks. You know, getting in and taking what I can and getting out. I started to institute not Daniel B. I started to institute one life's rule though a lot. Just cut it. Just cut it. I've been cutting. If it goes against me, I just cut it. I get back in. Cut. Get back in. I ain't worried about it. If I'm wrong, I accept it. I accept the fullness of my wrongness. If it doesn't follow the plan. But yeah, it's been a nice little past few weeks here. I did have one red day last week, but like I said, I was cutting it, so I cut it around break even and had a little bit of slippage, so it wasn't a big loss at all. It was like $1 or $2. Not $1 per share, but I mean a literal dollar. But yeah, we're waiting on some things to bounce up here on the scans. We had the CNVY pop up 138%, and it's not getting hardly any volume, so nobody's interested in that. ACAD down 30%, dropped down from 19 to 13. GGPI only up 5%. So yeah, a lot of these are just looking questionable at this point. But nothing else popping up on my low flows yet. Oil still playing around, coming on down. I think the 105 was where I said it needed to come on down to, but I don't know. I might let it come on down even more with the way I've seen oil reacting. May need to consolidate. It really hasn't had any consolidation. It's just had legs up. So it had a double bottom here and then a leg up here. Another little rest point, come back up. But it's just following this nice uptrend on oil. So I don't know. The NQ was another one that I was looking at. It was in a downtrend, just coming down and bouncing on this downtrend and then bouncing up. So we expect it, if it's gonna hold in this range, maybe it'll get back up here, but I don't know. We'll see what the shorts, if the shorts can go ahead and get it through this bottom range here. But it has been holding. It's been certified 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times on the daily chart. So definitely staying above that little trend. And if you look up here on the weekly chart, you can see it even better. Has strong resistance into this support. Bounce back up, another bounce on support. So when will that reversal come? I do not know. And then also with the SPY. The SPY tried to do the same thing that the NQ was doing, but it did slip through a little bit. But that could just be a little fake if it's going to follow the NQ back up through these levels today. Of course, the NQ has been open. The SPY has been closed all week, so all weekend. So we'll see. We'll see if it wants to come back through this 370 today, like the NQ is doing. SIGA still has not dropped off this level yet that I thought it was going to drop off, trying to regain this uptrend. It just came up here and kind of just bottled around it. So I don't know what it wants to do from here. But I do know there has been more monkeypox news, but it just needs some volume for me to be able to day trade it. I'm not looking to hold it long. Good morning, Gary. Hmm. Yep, I'm thinking we're gonna see BKSY come on down quite a bit. Give a lot of wicks up here this morning on the open. Hmm. Is it ready to break down this 105? And if it can break down the 105, will it return to these levels of the 90s or will it stop around that $100 again? They do have some news here on oil. Correction to ExxonMobil quarter agreement headlines article. Let's see. Any big news? Oil prices rise after last week's 9% drop. Yeah, it's probably going to take a couple of months before the prices actually reflect what's going on with oil. Usually does. Prices always go up quicker than they come down. Got about 10 minutes to the bell. Looking for the spy to hit 3821. Let's see. Yeah, that's what I was looking at too because the SPY hasn't even opened up yet, and but we can see the pattern on the NQ. NQ bounced off of this level here. It's been riding down this downtrend and it bounced up, right? So I can only assume that the SPY will kind of react the same way at the open. It may pull down a little bit, but I think it can come back up and test this resistance and even get through it. So now you said the 382 that would be back up here somewhere. I don't know, but I do expect some kind of bounce on the spot because of the NQ. Actually, I'm gonna keep Siga up there. It's a gap fill on the hour. Okay, let me look at the SPY on the hour. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I see it now. Okay. Go back here. Yeah, so we'll see. 380s. Yeah, I'll definitely be looking at 380, definitely. 382, breaking that 380, getting on up there. 382 is that last resistance. Let me see. Resistance there on the hour chart, that flat top. So yeah, maybe a point to touch. All right. Well, if y'all are seeing anything else interesting, drop it in the chat. Right now, I don't see anything particularly eye-grabbing, especially in the low float. So, we're coming off of a long weekend. Maybe some craziness on today, but we'll see. We got about 5 minutes to the bell. I'm going to go and grab me some water real quick. All right, so the action is about to start. It's like when there's nothing moving pre-market, it takes it forever for the market to open. But when we got something that's like up, 60, 70%, it's like everything's just so fast. What's on my watch list today? I'm basically just watching the things that have a little bit of volume over here on the scans to fail. SIDU was one of those that was up, but it's got some volume, but it's just not at the top of the competition. But really not watching anything too heavy. Want to see some volume come into these things today. Let me go over here to my previous watch and see what's up here. Uroi, INDO, SIGA. So nothing up just a whole lot and nothing receiving a whole lot of volume. Coinbase was something that I stuck on here. Still has this bottom down here of the 4150. It's fighting a nice little downtrend. Came up, tested the 83s, and continuing the downtrend. I'm wondering, can it go ahead and break down that 40 over the next couple of weeks, though? Coinbase coming on down. So we'll see. We shall see. Coinbase did gap up, though, but with that downtrend, I think that's just a trap. What about CNVY? Oh yeah, that one is probably going to go flat. CNVY, it's up 138%. I did see that one. It's one of those that the news isn't great. Let me pull up the news here. And CNVY. So US stocks were set. Wait, let me see. Where is it? Where's the beginning of their news? Okay, so they're going to be taken private by TPG. This is my problem with this, though. It says Convey to be taken private by TPG. Convey shareholders to receive $10.50 per share in cash. And we see it's only 20 cents from that from $10.50. So how much higher would it go if the shareholders are already getting this close to $10.50, right? I'm like, I'm not interested in that. It'd be a different thing if it was still at $4 and they said shareholders were gonna receive $10.50, but that's not the case. So just not interested in that one. It's probably gonna be a chop fest throughout the day as well. Okay. Okay, so we got a few seconds. Here it goes. About to open up. I'm watching BKSY out of the opens for a failure, so something else can take over on the day. Boy, they don't know what to do with this stock. It just opened and went flat. Okay. And this is why I don't like these higher flow stocks that are super cheap. They just don't move well. Not to say it won't go up during the day, but man, SIDU pumping on up there, pumping back up to this uptrend that it had going. Finding resistance right at that uptrend. SIGA continue. Oh, wow, SIGA blasting off on low volume though, so I'd be very careful on that low volume. This is the first day of the week, so with it going up first, those shorts are gonna be looking at it. What's up, One Life? Those shorts are gonna be looking at it heavy here. SIDU also pulling back. Let's see what the SPY ended up doing. SPY at 372. Let me see what the NQ. Yeah, NQ still looks good too. So I'm expecting that SPY to bounce on up to at least the 375 and go ahead and get that touch on the 80s. Maybe not now. Maybe it needs a little bit of a pullback here, but that's what I'm expecting throughout the day. Okay. SIGA jumping up 1140 up to 1170s. Low volume, only 200,000 shares traded on it. Absolute rip coming up into, looks like some resistance up here. breaking through that 1180 on SIGA. Let me look at my other positions over here. Let's see. MARPs, everything else is looking red. Okay. All right, so that is, if it pulls down, that's going to be a long wick down. If it pulls all the way back down here, it's going to have a lot of work to try to get back up. So it did hold this level though. This little uptrend, it did reclaim this uptrend and trying to possibly stay above it today. Does not need to break down this 1150 level again though. 30 cents above it right now, going towards $12 on low volume. Okay. Sit you at a flat top as well. This flat top is the right under the $7 there at 698. Had a little bottoming at this 567, but may want to continue coming down a little bit. Has this top up here at the 825s that I don't know if it can push to. It's up 14%, almost, almost 15%, but finding some shorts there. Okay, back out here to SIGA. Will you get to $12 SIGA on your low volume? First candle, 200,000 or about 300,000 shares traded on that 5-minute candle. But already looking choppy here. Woo! Didn't I tell y'all? Look at that pullback. Coming back to this, coming back to that trend. Don't want to see it break down at 1140 level, but it might. So quite a bit of a pullback there. Trapping longs in there that are looking for it to continue this what looks like an uptrend. SIDU also pulling back quite a bit too. BKSY did come up a little bit to this top. Let's see, what was this top? 280s, slight breakout, but we know most breakouts fail, so let's see if it'll come back through that breakout hard and heavy. Move from the 6, so that's a 20-cent move right there. 10 million shares traded. It is out of my scope. I will not play with that one. All right, SIGA testing the top of the body of the previous candle on the 5-minute. Still not in the competition. BKSY though. I think a lot of longs are going to get trapped in this one, but we're going to see. Going up, trying to get to that $3 mark. So the breakout was from the 80 to the 91, and it's struggling with just holding that 10 cents up right there. So this is our support level here. 10 cents, 10-cent breakout. Will it fail back? Okay, and then Siga also coming on. Wow, Siga gave all that back. Look at there. Looking like it wants to break on down. So I guess, you know, guess it is about time for it to dump on through there. Break down at 1150 strong. A lot of shorts on top of it now. Also, I forgot about the SPY. The SPY is heading up to that 375. I believe Gary called out. He was looking for that 380. That gap fill on this one. And it looks good. Looks good. NQ still looking good as well. NQ coming on up as well over here on TOS. Bouncing right off that bottom. Has a high here of the 11,768 right across that level. So that may be a little bit of resistance, but we'll see. It looks good coming off that bottom though. I don't know. Still has quite a bit of an angle downwards though. Okay, so BKSY could not get over those 90s, could not give more than 10 cents on the open. And now people are losing their faith in it. Will it drop below the 80s here? Good morning, GD. Yep, there's the drop down right there. So only a 10-cent breakout on that high float little move. I hate these. This is why this. I set my scanners not even to show me these. I just don't like them. They're cheap. They're easy to push around if you got a lot of money. You can push that thing through the floor if you want to. And they trap longs in there with all this volume. People are like, oh, it's got 16 million shares traded. This will be a great trade. Yeah, 10-cent breakout. Okay, so Siga's testing the 50 now, trying to see if it can get below that 50. Still on low volume. But that hour chart looks disgusting now on Siga. SIDU did find that resistance there right at the $7. Right through here. Came up and retested that uptrend though. Just finding some harsh rejection there. We'll see which one of these wants to hold green on the day or if something new pops up. But as of now, nothing new has hit my scans. I do see some other higher. Wait, no. Let's keep our eye on SIDU. Does it want to break back over? I don't think it wants to break back over. Trying to get up to that 7, getting a little push there at the 7. Will it get crushed? It's the only one holding pretty much green right now, so we'll see. Nope, back under the 7. Another level of resistance there. Or another level of failure. Siga under the under the 1150s now. So yeah, that's glad to just wait on some of these, because some of them, they just don't make sense with the moves they're making. And with this one being such a high float, how much work is it going to take to make up for a 40-cent move there? From, or a 30-cent move, 290s down to the 262s. We saw it struggle just to get 10 cents, so not great. Okay, getting on up there to that 7 again on SIDU. Breaking over this flat top again. Can it hold the 7s? A little bit of buying coming in there. It may be the one on the day if it can hold green. Getting up there and forming a nice flat top right at the 715 there. That's a weird number. It should be able to just break on through that. It should at least get the 25s. 28 is the top though. There's 16s. Small breakout there from 715 up to, so a 3-cent breakout there. Really expecting it to hold these levels though. BKSY about to get choppy. Okay, so I see a couple popping up here. Let's see, but nothing. So I see CGU, FNGU. I don't like that one. RDBX down 5%. AERC back up there going towards that $20 again on low volume. We also see AUVI out there. That one may be one to watch. AUVI. Let's see, and I'll put AERC over here as well. Okay. Okay, and Apple and NIO are the top volume movers here in the high floats as well. Anyway, let's go ahead and check these out. AERC headed back up to $20. Very low volume, but look at that. Look at that formation it's got there. Came down, bounced on this level, 17. Bounced on this level around the 17. Bounced on this level around the 17. This would be like a, this would either be a strong channel or a strong breakout. Because if it hits this resistance, that would be 4 times it's tested this resistance for failure. Resistance right now around the $21. AUVI, what are you doing down here? Okay, already fighting a broke down the uptrend and now in a downtrend, so I don't know about that one. SPY has still not reached the 375s, but it's definitely making moves up there. Looks like the NQ going to full to fill its gap. Let me go look at NQ again. Yep, going on up there. The top of the body of this candle is the 11,600 and about 70, and it's working its way. It might go ahead and snap through there, but it looks good there. What's up, Lori? All right, and AERC getting on over the $20 there. SID-U holding around that $7 level, but continue to find that resistance, pushing it away from that $7. So when will the failure come, if it comes? A lot of buying pressure on the 5-minute and the 15-minute, but we'll have to just see. Continues to test around this level. Doesn't look horrible though. Got a lot of buying pressure under here down to the 660s. That's a 40-cent loss though if you wanted to buy there, unless you're just gonna cut it as soon as it fails. But doesn't look horrible. Right under or right at the 7s here. AERC bouncing back off of the 20s there. Almost did a double top. 2018 is the top. This break was from the 1964 up to the 2015. So about 50 cents. 50 cents there. AERC did not get all the way up there to the 21s. AUVI going on down as well. SIGA made it all the way down to 1130s, red on the day. BKSY still doing a lot of wicking. Had a double bottom down here at the 260s on BKSY. On the 5-minute. So it may not hold. SID-U getting pushed back away from the 7 again at this level. So a little bit of weakness. I think most people are focused on the SPY and the NQ right now because they look the best. Getting those pops. Okay, so holding again around this 7. More resistance there though. New flat top right at the 706. It's definitely grinding up though. 709s. I think we're going to see a break here. It's just getting too spicy. Go ahead and get that push. 15-minute doesn't look bad at all. Look at that 15-minute. 718. See where it closes. BKSY came back up to the 270s. Very small range here from the 260 up to the 2 set. So 10-cent ranges in here. Get chopped up real quick. AERC, try to get up here again on that low volume, just not in the competition. All right, SID-U finally fell in. So will we see somebody stand up today? Who will be that stand-up guy? AERC getting some slams. Yeah, I'm gonna be waiting on some dips on these to figure out which one wants to be the one. Okay, AERC looking like it wants to come down a bit. AVI coming on down. Okay, SIDU again at the 7. Continues to come back up to that 7, grinding now. So I don't like that. I don't like that they're churning shares in here. It's not making a decision above or below the 7. So that's not what I want to look for. I play it off of maybe a dip, maybe down to 6 or something. That was the previous level that it pretty much tested from 6 to this 564. And also, let's look at that volume. First candle was over a million shares traded, went down. So yeah, the volume is also leaving this one as well. AERC, what you end up doing? 1950. Okay. So yeah, just being patient on this morning, not rushing anything. AUVI going on down. Donnell caught out CEAD. CEAD got 9 million shares. It is a lower float. Let me look at the news on CEAD. Um, CEA Sunt. Oh wow, Cerna cultivation technology secures letter of intent from Green Brothers for a potential 10 million in revenues. A potential 10 million. Yeah, yeah. I don't know, man. That one. Be brave, man. Be brave to trade that one. I just don't have the stomach for that one to trade on potential. I think there's let's see. AP reported earlier Germany moves ahead with the plan to legalize cannabis sales. I don't know, man. That potential word is a red flag for me. But it is moving up, so we'll see how it wants to come down. It's up six. I don't think it's gonna go back red on the day. So maybe it'll give opportunities, but at this point with this price range, it moved from the 125 up to the 180. So 125, what is it? 60 cents with a bunch of volume here. But what happens when the volume dies out? How much range will it have then? Is my question. Let me see. Plus it has a lot of competition on the board already, so we'll see. Now I have a watch list that I have over, but I didn't see anything looking good on there, so I just like I don't care, man. I want to see it look good for a day trade. Siga pulled all the way back in here for a tight little tuck of the knees to the stomach. And we'll see if it can continue down. Holding red on the day. BKSY came down to this double bottom, but I just think this one is a trap. It's got the 273 here, 275 above that, so not looking great. Hey, the SPY breaking on up there, getting towards that 375. We called it. We said we thought it was going to go ahead and bounce, and it did give quite a nice little bounce there from the 70s up to the 75s, and may continue pushing for the gap fill. Okay, Sidhu giving up the ghost here. Starting to build momentum to the downside there, but it does have a little bit of buying pressure through here. We'll see if they can force those longs out. "95% of your watch list is green." Yeah, well, the thing is, I'm looking for a certain setup, and at this point of time, I'm not trying to scalp or anything. I'm looking, if I'm gonna buy these, it's gonna be buying low and looking for a return to the highs. At this point, all of these kind of look what's the word? Suspicious. They could go either way. They played with these tops. They've done all this stuff, so I want to see them make a new I guess you can call it a new extreme or new I don't know. I don't know what you would call it. I guess it'd be extreme. AUVI just not getting that push. CEAD coming up here to the 175s. 184, getting that test right there. A nice little 83 up to the 80. It's about a 7-cent pop right there on the potential of $10 million. And also, One Life, on my scans, what I'm looking for is day trades from these scans. Now, I do have the longer term things that I'm watching, but these scans are specifically like, hey, what's moving with volume during the day? Because I've seen good things that have good news, but when you trade them on days without volume, you can't expect to get the move that you want. So I want to take a day trade, and right now, none of these are looking good right now up here to me. May look good to somebody else that's scalping or something like that, but I'm just watching a pattern set up, and then I'll take some trades. CEAD breakout from the 83 up to the 93. A nice little 10-cent breakout on a dollar stock, or $2 stock, I guess. $96, $97. Yeah, One Life. Are those real companies or speculative low movers? Well, that's the thing. I want to trade real companies. This right here, CEAD, that news that I just read on the potential of 10 million, that scares me. I'm okay. I know it's up 100%, but I'm okay. You know, that thing could drop at any moment. AERC was one I'm interested in, but again, it's not competing on the day. Siga. There's a spy getting on up to that 375 mark. 374.92. Looking absolutely beautiful. Took a nibble on a CEAD entry 176. Nice. 176 and getting that profit. Nice, nice, nice. Well, if CEAD is the best on the day, it might it might not come to the point where I'm pressing the buy button here today. Gary says in inflation, penny stocks and low flows don't do well. Well, I mean, some of them do. It depends. It depends on the volume, depends on the reasoning for the move up. Because I've definitely, last week I was green every day except Friday, which I lost like $2. But on my winning days, I was winning like 80, 90. So $2 and finished up the week around 300. So, but it was being patient and waiting for the right tickers, the right catalyst, and the right formation on the charts. Get that nice uptrend going and get a nice little low dip where it can do some continuation. But today, this is looking like AERC continues to try to test up to get back over the 20s here. Volume has completely dropped off though. It never did reach 1 million shares in any of this in any on any of these bars. Well, we do see a ramping down of volume, so I don't like that per se. But I do think that SPY is going to continue up. I like that. Now, the formation on the SPY was like the best thing I've seen all day. What's up, SB? CEAD getting on up there to the $2. I didn't even look at where the previous levels were on this one. I just didn't really take the time. Probably still not going to take the time. Up to those 230s on CEAD. Nice, nice, nice ripper. Now the question is, how will it hold up to $2? Did all this moving up. When will the fear hit? AERC breaking down the 1950s. Starting to build that momentum downwards. So yeah, I don't think anything's going to be competing with CEAD today. Way too much volume. Nah, one life. It doesn't look like a trap. I thought you said just trade something that's going long, man. Just trade it, trade it because it's on the off chance that they get $10 million later on this year sometime. It's scalp time, man. This is for the fearless traders. This is for those that will, you know, keep that tight stop loss and hope it doesn't snap back. That's what I'm saying. If this is the best one on the day, I'm scared. Cause yeah, definitely looking quite crazy. I think we're gonna see a huge. I just want to see the sell off on this thing. That's what I want to see. What is it gonna look like? Look how it's fighting now up here just to get like 1 or 2 cents. Donnell said the pattern was tempting. Yeah, I mean, it did do a 2 leg. It did the first leg right here, kind of pulled back in here, came up here to the second leg. But yeah, I mean, it was tempting. I'll give you that. But that's what it's meant to do, is be tempting. And it really, you can't really say this one has an uptrend because it hasn't certified any bottoms yet. So we have to see where it comes down to. One life out here. Well, it's, and the thing is, it plays on psychology. It's like, oh, look, it's going up. You should definitely get in because it's going up. But I guess the good thing is, if you keep a tight stop, maybe it's less dangerous. Maybe, but I just don't like the range that it could possibly get going down. I mean, yes, it made some great moves up, you know, getting bought up, but how fast, we haven't even seen how fast it can come down yet. How sharply it can come down. Will it be a falling knife, or will it actually try to consolidate and hold levels? Do people actually believe in it is the question. Or are they just tempted and buying higher? AERC has lost all volume. I guess CEAD took it all. Daniel B said making some money. Market is on fire, make some money and stop creating. Oh no, I just haven't seen any setups in the ranges that I want to see. I know there's definitely money out here to be made, but I haven't seen what I'm looking for, so it doesn't really matter, you know. Like I said in the last stream that Daniel B missed, I really don't care about taking the trade during the stream. If it doesn't happen during the stream, it doesn't matter to me because either way it goes, I'm gonna make money during the day. So, but what I do want to do is look at the market, see what has the best potential, and see, go ahead and see if there's any levels that can be set up for later on in the day. Now, if there's something that sets up early in the morning, great, take the trade. But if not, like this morning, I don't see anything that I like to put my money into, so I'm just sitting on my hands, playing in the sand, sitting on my hands. Because I mean, what I got like 15 minutes left on this stream, and then I'm going to make some nice cash doing what I do. Which is burying bodies. Oh boy. Ben, he should be up by now. He usually sleeps, good amount of the day, and then he wakes up. Oh, there he is. Good morning, traders. Have I ever traded forex? I have not traded forex. I've pretty much stuck to the stock market, done some options, done some things like that, but never traded forex. All right, so CEA, are you ready to start your descent? The SPY also looking like it wants to start holding that 375 up there. Very strong uptrend. The top is a 375.17. Let me see. Forex is for your X. Dane B, you've never traded Forex in all of your years, your many years of trading. You never traded Forex? Let's see. You need to have strong understanding of global economics to trade Forex, or you're trading blind. Okay, yeah. So it's a lot more you have to take into consideration before you press that button. So now we see CEAD making some trading within the little pennies. So we'll see. AERC popped all the way back up here in a nice little range. Bottom is the 1880s. Top is the 2025s. Got a little bit of resistance level there. And some support down here at the 19s. AERC breaking on out of that level, trying to go up to the 20s. The hour chart just looks so flat. I mean, I don't know. Still on this nice uptrend though. Haven't really seen any heavy shorting in this one yet. What happens when it breaks down to $2? Is my question. Only 25 cents from that $2. AERC finding some more resistance there. Just not picking up just yet. Millions and millions of shares traded on this thing though. Right at the top. SIGA had a little bottoming here at the 1125s. Still fluttering around that level, but very low volume now. Not even getting 100,000 shares traded. BKSK or BKSY. Nice little 10-cent move up there. Still getting millions traded on it as well. All right, well, I got about 8 minutes. Ben, are you streaming today? Are you coming out and streaming today? Cause I am about to go and bury some bodies here in a little bit. CEAD. Yep, you 10 minutes ish. Nice. All right. Well, Ben will be streaming after I go offline here. I got 8 minutes and I'm gonna be getting on down. You guys can go over to the Framework Fortune home channel and check him out over there. Of course, you know, he likes to come in at this time because a pattern is set up and he can kind of see where things are going. So, you know, kind of put his little toes in there and see what happens. AERC, another resistance. I mean, another failure to break that resistance. Gary says you for sure have to be careful with your lot sizes. For my forex and futures is the same, highly leveraged and nerve wracking. Yeah, you probably see a lot of movement in your P&L value, almost like kind of like probably like options a little bit with how volatile it can be. I mean, one thing happens in some far off country and then Daniel B says, Gary Douglas, I think you're just wow. Come on, Daniel B. Come on, Daniel B. Let's keep it civilized. One Life says, HH Trader, you disgust me. I know. It's disgusting to see patience, isn't it? I am so sorry, man. I hope you don't vomit it in your mouth a little bit. I know One Life. You wanted to see me just take some random entry and hope that things work out, but I'm sorry, man. I want consistent wins. I don't want this low probability stuff that may end up taking my shoes and my shoestrings. Okay. The crazy thing is, with all of this that's going up, what One Life, what you get to what did you trade today? I know you traded a firm. I believe you and Daniel B were talking about a firm. Did you trade anything else other than this one? A firm got a nice little pop out of there. I know y'all like the short A firm though. So I don't know if y'all are long on it. But yeah, definitely got a nice little pop, 18 up to $22 pop there. Short at the high of 2080. Yeah, I kind of figured it looks like it's getting a little extended on 2080. So it had this nice little pump up and getting a nice little coil up here. This level of the 2069 may be new resistance right through here. But yeah, that was a failed breakout at that 2080 level. After all of this extension, very small continuation breakout from the 2071 up to the 2083, and then a failed breakout for a move down. CEAD still looking like a trap. AERC coming down. Wow. So that's about a 40-cent win from the 2080s. And what's this bottom? 2025 that it needs to get on down through. Wait a minute, what just happened? Oh, it had a little snapback on CAD. I was about to say it was just at the 40, so it lost about 20 cents there. 213s and coming on down. But yeah, I'm really not trying to take any trades on CAD. I would like something with better news. Even if it does continue going or whatever, I'm okay. I'm okay not touching that one. Let's see what else popped up here. Let's do one more look at the SPY, getting on to that 375. Like Gary called out, that 375 starting to hold there. We'll see though. But anyway, that is it for this episode of trading. I will be back tomorrow morning. I may take some trades today. I may not, depending on what happens. But I'm definitely not trying to touch CEAD. So it's going to have to be something else other than that. And right now, I just don't see anything. But anyway, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Ben is going to be streaming over on the Framework Fortune home channel. Go and check him out. And he will continue with further analysis throughout his session. Again, good to see you guys back on this week after a long weekend. And if you're going to be trading, be careful. Protect your money. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Peace.